Saturday night's main event took place tonight in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Rhea Ripley kicked off the show. She got a big pop from the crowd. Then Charlotte Flair came out. She was wearing a special friendship bracelet themed gear. And then Alexa Bliss came out, got a nice pop too, looking cute as always. And then the heels came out, Jade Cargill, Mishin, and B-Fab. And I believe they were wearing special Michael Jackson themed gear for this occasion. And we got our opening match, 6-woman tag team match. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss taking on Jade Cargill, Mishin, and B-Fab. So early on, the heels get the heat first on Alexa, then they get it on Charlotte for an extended period of time. And then Charlotte got the hot tag to Rhea Ripley, who went wild for a while. And then you had Rhea tag Alexa back in. And then Alexa would later tag Charlotte back in, who took what I thought was my favorite spot of the night, to be honest. Charlotte, she got caught in a move by Mishin. And what happened is Charlotte gets caught in a Styles Clash, and it actually looked really good. Mishin hits a Styles Clash in tribute to AJ Styles. She was briefly in the OC with AJ and Gallows and Anderson for that time, so that was a cool tribute. Eventually, it comes down to Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. The three baby faces, I thought, in this match were made to look like fools. What happens is Charlotte and Rhea decide to shake hands in the middle of the match. You know, hey, we're winning right now. Let's not look at our opponents. We're just going to shake hands. And Alexa is so happy that the three of them hug. And then, like, Rhea and Charlotte have, like, a double hug where, like, they pick up Alexa Bliss. Wish I could have been them. And they like, hug her. And I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. That's cute. Anything with Alexa Bliss is cute. But why are these idiots doing this when they're in a match? Do they not know Jade Cargill, who's, like, you know, the biggest woman in the company? She's there. I mean, do they not know how big and strong she is? You're doing this against her. Like, it made the baby faces look like fools. Eventually, Jade, like, bulldozes all three. It takes Charlotte and Alexa out. Then Jade hits the Jaded on Rhea Ripley, pins her 1, 2, 3, and Jade gets the win for her team. And the baby faces are disappointed afterwards. And I'm thinking, wow, they made them look like fools. The other thing that tells me is Rhea's going to beat Jade at Clash in Italy. But just made the faces look so stupid here. So they showed the participants of the women's tag team title match arriving, Brian Page and then Lash and Nia. And then we see Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch arriving. Then we see the participants in the tag team championship and Intercontinental championship matches arriving as well. Backstage, Kathy Kelly interviewed Ethan Page. Then we got the Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruka video package. And then Kathy Kelly would interview Sol Ruka backstage. Sol Ruka then made her entrance. I hate her theme music. Def Rebel sucks. I miss the old one, the Surfer theme. That fit her character so much better. This theme music sucks. Then Becky Lynch came out. She cut a brief promo backstage and she made her entrance. This was, of course, a non-title match. We get Becky Lynch against Sol Ruka. So Jessica Carr was the referee. She argues with Becky. Sol previously defeated Bayley, by the way, at Saturday Night's Main Event back in December, which was John Cena's last match. There was a ref bump, and we had another Sol Ruka botch. I really think the spot was Sol was supposed to hit the Soul Snatcher on Jessica Carr, but she didn't. And what happens is, as Sol's going for the Soul Snatcher, Becky threw Jessica Carr in the way, and like Sol kind of kicked Jessica Carr on the way down, but Jessica Carr was selling it like she took the Soul Snatcher. And there's a disqualification afterwards, leading to Sol getting a DQ win. Becky got upset afterwards, and she attacked Sol Ruka after the match. She hit 3 consecutive manhandle slams. This sucked. Easily the worst part of the night was this match. It was awful what they did, and it was obvious they were setting up a title match for Clash in Italy. So we got a Penta video promo followed by an Intercontinental Championship video package, and after a break, we go backstage where Nick Aldis confronts Becky Lynch after what she did. He talked to Adam Pearce, and now Becky Lynch will defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Clash in Italy against Sol Ruka. So there will be a title match after all. Becky, of course, as always, she always gets a spot on the PLEs, but we're going to get Becky and Sol Ruka for the Intercontinental Championship at Clash in Italy. Unfortunately for me, I'm watching on YouTube in the international feed, Canada. But for me, I had my screen go completely green. It's like when a channel goes out or something. That's what I got. And Kathy Kelly was interviewing Nia Jackson Lash Legend, so I guess I didn't miss too much. And then you had Ethan Page come out. And, the screen was good by then. And Penta was out afterwards. Lillian Garcia did the ring introductions for this match, and she was using the classic Saturday Night's Main Event mic. And unfortunately, no Jesse Ventura tonight. So I think he's done probably with WWE. The run lasted a little bit longer than I thought it would, so I'll give him that. But the funny thing with Jesse was, remember that I'll never forget that one Saturday Night's Main Event last year. I think it was Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest in a cage. And Jesse just like completely crapped all over the match. It's like, oh my God. He's never been on commentary since after that disaster. Anyways, we got the Intercontinental Championship match. Penta defending against Ethan Page. Fans were definitely behind Penta. And I'll say this. I thought this was going to be the main event because all the graphics going in showed this match being featured more prominently than any other match. So I assumed this was going to be the main event, and I was expecting a title change here where Ethan Page would win the Intercontinental Championship on the show. That did not happen, but it was still a fun match. I thought this was the best match of the night easily. Fans really liked Penta, and they had Ethan Page put the heat on him, but Penta would rally, and eventually near the end, Ethan Page would expose the turnbuckle, but it backfires as he was trying to throw Penta into it. He would go chest first into the buckle, Page would, and then Penta hit the Mexican Destroyer to retain the title. And I thought this was a very fun matchup here. Crowd was into it. I thought it was good. I thought Page worked well as a heel. I thought Penta did really well as the babyface, and Penta retains. Eventually, Ethan Page was going to win this title. It just didn't happen on this show. Backstage, Kathy Kelly interviewed Brie Bella and Paige before their title match. I hate listening to Brie Bella. She sounds so fake, so scripted. It's like she's trying to memorize her lines, and it just feels it's so dated. When you watch the Brie Bella, and you watch Paige too, to be honest, it feels so dated, like we're back in 2013 or something. It's the obvious scripted promos, and it's the style they learned, and like they haven't evolved at all. Anyway, you had the Street Profits video package, and they were kind of teasing tension before their match. Then the Irresistible Forces were out next. Then Brie Bella and Paige came out. We get the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. Paige and Brie Bella defending their titles against the Irresistible Forces, the former champions, Lash Legend and Nia Jax. This match sucked. I didn't care about this. I was bored. I was not into this at all. I was waiting for this match to be over. I could care less. Brie and Paige retain. Not much to say. I thought the match sucked. They previewed Clash in Italy. And then we got a Tag Team Championship video package showing the history of the tag team titles. And I think this is for the international feed because I had no commercials. Actually, about once or twice there might have been commercials. But other than that, like barely any. So I assume this was probably only seen on the international feed. You had Kathy Kelly interviewing Division backstage. Then the Street Profits were out next, followed by Division. Lillian Garcia, as I mentioned earlier, doing the ring introductions with the classic mic. And we get our main event, the World Tag Team Championship on the line. Division, Logan Paul and Austin Theory defending their titles against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. I thought this was a very entertaining match, a fun match. There was multiple false finishes. There was a couple of times where it looked like the Street Profits were going to win, but they kind of didn't get the pin right. They were kind of out of position, and they did hit some of their signature moves the Street Profits did in this match. I just thought overall, my big issue with this was it's hard for me to really think they're going to win because even though they had a lot of hope spots because they've been teasing tension and stuff with Seth Rollins and Montez Ford where it doesn't make sense in storyline wise for them to defeat Division here. But it was still an entertaining matchup here. They had some good spots. Ford did some dives. Dawkins did a couple of dives too. Logan Paul was good. He got a lot of heat. Of course, they have the new Fire Logan Paul signs, which WWE created. And I thought they did well here, the heels and the faces in this match. Eventually, near the end, Braun Breaker makes a run, and he just takes the worst bump of the night. It's crazy. Like, he's trying to run, like spear Angelo Dawkins, I believe. Instead, Angelo Dawkins kind of like throws him up, and he goes over the announce booth, and like he goes like through the computer chairs. It's hard to explain, but the chairs that the announcers are on, he like goes through the handlebars. It looked fucking nasty. It looked nasty. It's like, oh my god, he just re-injured his fucking back. It was crazy. But back in the ring, what happened was Montez Ford he went for a dive on the outside, but Logan Paul caught him with the brass knucks, and then he fell back in the ring, and that's when Austin Theory pinned Montez Ford, and the Vision retained their belts. Then you had the Vision celebrate. They go up the ramp, but then Braun Breaker heads back in the ring. He hits 2 spears on the Street Profits, and then the Vision pose with the tag team titles to end the show. Not much, tonight. I thought it was definitely very forgettable. Of all the Saturday Night's main events, this was easily one of the least hyped, probably the most forgettable of them all. One of them, at least. It's because it's May. Last year, I believe Saturday Night's main event had that horrible feud with John Cena and R-Truth, so that was during May at this time. It's one of those things where WWE is kind of dead during this period, to be honest, and they just weren't going to put too much effort, especially next month or 2 months is going to be Saturday Night's main event in Madison Square Garden. That's going to be a much bigger deal. I guarantee you they'll put much more effort in that show than they did this one, but it's a throwaway show. It was nothing much, kind of a show in Indiana. It's fine. I mean, if you had time to watch on Saturday on tonight on Saturday night, I don't think you should be too upset. It was okay. It was easy to watch, but it was nothing special. It was just kind of there, and that's what I thought of Saturday Night's main event tonight. And they're fine to watch these shows, but if they went away, I would not really miss them, and I would not think about it. It's just what it is. Saturday Night's main event's just a show now. It really doesn't mean much. So I just thought it was kind of a skippable show. And if you watched it, I don't think you'll hate it. If you missed it, you really didn't miss a thing. It was just there. That's all I can say about it.